Welcome, everyone, to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I am Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Oh, what a day. I mean, we've said super so many times, but super start to the Wildcard Weekend. As predicted by me, the first game would be exciting. The second game would be a dud, unless you like seeing dildos. Because holy Toledo, was that one hell of a job interview by the Buffalo front office, by the Buffalo offensive coordinator, Brian Dable. Just full flex mode. I'm a little worried we might have to fade him next week.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and we'll have plenty of time to kick that around and think about it before next week. But that felt like a Super Bowl. This was personal. We have, of course, both locked up the Buffalo Bills -4. I was on the Cincinnati Bengals -5.5. Hell of a sweat. That felt good to cash as well. I parlayed those two. But, of course, going 2-0 with the first touchdowns. I didn't even give out – normally we give out 4 for each game with the idea of like, hey, break up your unit. I think I only gave out 2 for the first and maybe 3 for the second, but I gave you CJ Uzomah, which was like 15-1, and then Dawson Knox 13-1. Ryan, I am a tight end specialist.
I was gonna say it was a perfect day for the Sean Green tight end first touchdown system because, I mean. Honestly, I lost a bet on the Raiders money line. The NFL clearly out to get the spirit of John Madden, that football hating pussy.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
At first, they need the Raiders in the playoffs, and now they can't stand to see the Raiders move on any further. I'm disgusted by the football hating pussy Roger Goodell's actions. But even with that loss, I feel like a goddamn winner. It was just. Everything we said was basically true. I mean, the Raiders game came down to the number. They kick the field goal. They don't get the touchdown the first time. That's the spread right there, right? If they're down when they were down 10, if they score there, they're probably going to cover. It's going to be a 3-point game. So, yeah, I feel like – and then, of course, build your own bet. I just given out stone cold 14-1. Oh, ho-hum. Sorry, not 60-1, but put that in your pocket, Sean.
Yes, so fun there. Oh, man.
Which, by the way, I have one of those for each game today.
All right.
Responsible odds.
Putting them out at Kramer Centric on Twitter, at Gambling Podcast. I'm at Sean T. Green. A 3-game slate to break down. Of course, if you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in. Obviously, all over the birds, Philadelphia Eagles. We can talk first touchdown as well. Interesting, though, the line is now over -7. It's dropped all the way down to 7 over at WinBet. Ryan, any thoughts on what's caused this line movement?
I don't know. It's certainly not the news that Josh Sweat is out. I think, being around you enough, it seems like he's an important part of the defense.
Yeah.
It seems like that was a bit of a surprise, some emergency surgery there. So,
Well, he was sick, and then they were like being real. He had like an illness on Tuesday, they called it, and then you weren't getting any updates, so you don't know is just like a stomach bug or is he. And it turns out he had emergency surgery. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't want to speculate, but if I did speculate, I would guess maybe an appendix.
That's what
because he was having like stomach pains, and then they had to have. They said it was like a serious medical illness, so. If you let that appendix go, and who knows? But hopefully he's all right. Not having him on the pass rush will be big. Of course, I was trying to tell everyone that Leonard Fournette was not a lock to play in the game. No one listened to me at all. And, of course, Leonard Fournette not activated off the IR. Not having him is a nice sigh of relief because our linebackers are not super athletic. Now, I mean, do you have any DFS plays for the potential fill-in running backs, Ryan?
No, I think it just helped me. It made things simpler, right? I was a little confused, right? Sharp people who we respect felt like Fournette was going to be a guy, and I honestly went and swapped immediately to just a Gronk Evans double with Brady. It allows me to get off Goddard as the bring back and go to Devonta Smith, someone who I think I like a little bit more today because I'm standing on it. If the Eagles get something done in this game, I think it has to be Devonta Smith. If I was building a build-your-own bet and I like the Eagles on the money line, I might do it with a Devonta Smith touchdown, because that's certainly I'll find out what the payout is while we're talking, but like to me that's the angle. So yeah, for DFS, all it did was help me condense onto Gronk and Evans and get super chalky.
Yeah, and I actually kind of the more I've been thinking about it, I crafted a Sunday lineup, and I actually went away from Goddard as well. I pivoted to Quez Watkins. The more I'm thinking about, the more I think Quez and his deep ball ability on one of these, kind of below level cornerbacks, they might be able to catch one there. I just tweeted out a build your own bet. Quez Watkins first touchdown, Quez Watkins anytime touchdown, yes. And Eagles money line. Ryan, guess what that pays?
18 to 1.
150 to 1.
Nice. I mean,
so obviously I am on Quez Watkins first touchdown. I can try and get you a price for that, but I'm thinking I'm seeing like around 25 to 1 for Quez Watkins first touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you've been dialed in on the Quez Watkins angle all season. For me, I'm going Devonta Smith first touchdown, and I'm playing Hurts obviously from the Eagles. I don't know how you don't play Hurts. Hurts is still north of 10 to 1. Maybe the better way to play Hurts is for him to score multiple touchdowns though versus a first touchdown. And then I'm riding chalk on the Bucs side. I think it's Evans or Gronk, both at plus 750 last I looked.
Yeah, Hurts 2 touchdowns. That feels pretty good. I can get a price on that. But, yeah, Quez Watkins first touchdown. And you could talk me. You could also, Quez Watkins 25 to 1. I like Jalen Hurts first touchdown, obviously. But, I don't know. He's plus 190 anytime. I wonder what 2 touchdowns. Okay, I'm seeing that here.
All right. I don't
Hurts
love
2 touchdowns is Hurts 2 touchdowns is only 10 to 1.
All right, I'm taking first touchdown 12 to 1. And then just to update, Devonta Smith 2 touchdowns and Eagles win the game is only 25 to 1 over at WinBet. I'm not sure if I'm jumping on that one either. Maybe there's a more fun way to play that.
So my official 2 plays: Quez Watkins 25 to 1, Greg Ward 40 to 1 for the first touchdown. Weather, Andy's throwing out the weather in the chat. Mid-60s, potential for light rain, sustained wind 10 to 20, gusts up to 30. I don't know. We'll see if it actually impacts it. I mean, I feel like you need sustained over 20 to impact it.
Yeah. As predicted, I don't think the weather is going to be a problem, which is concerning for the Eagles. I think boots on the ground right now, it's not that windy, but there are gusts. So, I think it's probably just Florida weather in the winter, if you've ever been there, and I do wonder if that was just a false narrative. Now, as to your original question, why is this spread dropping?
Yeah,
sharps have liked the Eagles all year, and I think this is a classic public Joes versus pros situation, because I'm guessing the Joes were coming in on the Bucs at whatever the price was. And the pros eventually said, you know what, this is too much. Now, that being said, it is one of those games where I probably would give you the whole, hey, maybe you take the money line or you lay the favorite. Because I do wonder if this is blowout potential or the Eagles just come out with a great game plan and win it outright.
See that chain, Ryan? Rare breed, untamed, Jalen Hurts. I mean, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, let me just bring up
while you're doing that, I'm going to share a couple, and I'll tweet these out, but a couple build your own bets for this game that I kind of like. And this is like a tiering strategy. Like you go see your financial advisor, they say how risky you do want to be. So if you come back with you know what, Ryan, I want to be
you want
risky.
A moderate profile?
I want to be risky as hell. Then I would say, hey, take the Bucs minus 13.5 with Gronk and Evans both to score 2 touchdowns. That's 66 to 1. That's very DGens only. If you said, hey, I want to be a little bit more conservative than that, I'd say, hey, same bet, but only 1 touchdown for each guy is plus 750. Don't love that. The one that I fell on, Sean, give me the Bucs to win by 13.5 and Gronk to score 2 touchdowns, 12 to 1. I like it. It's the same formula I used yesterday with my Singletary hit. Everyone remembers that one, 14 to 1. So those are some some fun musings.
Ryan, we just saw two favorites cover. Bengals, I wouldn't say easily. Obviously, they really had to sort it out there at the end, but kind of in control of the game for the most part. Raiders' back door was certainly open, and, they had a shot there at the end. Bills, complete blowout. Are you worried? It does feel like I would be shocked if favorites go 3-0 today. Doesn't it? I know you're on the Bucs. I know you're on the Eagles. Are you worried? It's a little dog day Sunday we got brewing up.
I am.
Possibly a 3-dog Sunday.
No, I think it's look, it's a small sample size, Sean. Let me explain to you how sample sizes work. We had a lot of games this season. We only have 6 this whole weekend. And while I did have one dog yesterday that was wrong, I don't see the chalk changing. I pointed this out. Everyone was telling you 15-3 dogs in the wild card weekend over the last 3 years. 15-3. Come on, Sean. This was the free roll season. What happens now? The books want it back. It's 2022. Hey, you guys got your wins in the regular season. Read about how the dogs are the side. Read about how dogs get fleas. We're going to have an outbreak. I predicted this on Friday. I think the outbreak continues today. It's chalky all day. LeBron's just at the desk all day, checking in, throwing the chalk up in the air.
Ryan, one last note on Jalen Hurts. This is from beat reporter John Clark. I'm told Jalen Hurts was chosen to speak to Eagles in team meeting last night. I hear it was a great speech and got the loudest ovation of captains who've spoken. He spoke from the heart and said he was grateful for his brothers on the team. And the motto for today, we will not be denied. Birds by a million. Let's go.
Real quick, just catching up on the chat. Shout out to Moonoff. He's hanging out, wants to know why the neon isn't behind. Must not be a real game day. And then I'm going to throw this one on the chat because shout out to Joe Rice in the YouTube chat. Wants to know what it's going to take for Sean to obtain a Jalen Hurts jersey. Rare breed.
I did say when they first drafted him, I would buy a Jalen Hurts jersey once he won a playoff game. So I'm looking at some larges in black. The issue is for this year, I'm worried I will disrupt the mojo by ordering a Jalen Hurts jersey. My mojo is perfectly dialed in. I am representing Jalen Hurts here with my rare breed untamed chain. So I'm hesitant to rock the boat, but I will bring it back to the council that is the Die Hard Eagles podcast. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and just, every time Sean shows me the chain, I just think of my youngest daughter when she has, like, a new toy. Like, look at my new thing.
It's pretty awesome.
Anything else to add?
No.
Any props? Any angles?
just those 2 first touchdowns.
You haven't mentioned Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, any of the running backs?
No, I mean,
get something in there?
Jordan Howard, I think he's actually going to get the majority of the workload. But it's trying to pick the Eagles' workload when no one's hurt is kind of tough from a fantasy DFS place. If you had to pick one, I think it would be Jordan Howard. He's completely off the injury report. I do think he gets the bulk of the work and the goal line stuff. So if you're playing one, I do like that. Miles Sanders could get involved in the passing game, but again, he's going to be playing. He's coming off that broken hand. I don't know how much they trust him. I mean, I do like Jalen Hurts over rushing yards. They have a lot of designed runs for him, and I think you're going to see that in this game. So, even if he's not super efficient, I think he will get there volume-wise. It's set at 58.5. I like the over.
All right. What else we got going on today, Sean?
Well, you want to talk Niners, Cowboys? Your Cowboys, Ryan. The books need the Cowboys, so you got to be feeling good about that.
I told you I was going to be on the less popular side of this one. The Niners have become the darling. Everyone's back on the flat brim. Everyone's back on Jimmy G. I mean, here's my take. This is where the chalk fails. Just kidding. Cowboys by a million, Sean. You want a fun? Build your own bet.
That is a disgusting act.
Look, you're all caught up in Eagles hype. I understand that. You're distracted, which means 100% of your focus isn't on handicapping football games. Good news, Sean. My team sucks, so I have all my time to handicap, especially when I was in the transfer portal. Man, I was close to being a Bills fan. Looks so much fun. Shout out to the Raiders fans, too. That was fun rooting for them for a little bit. But, look, if you're going to take this Cowboys team, let's do a little build your own bet. Cowboys minus 2.5. Dak to throw 3 touchdowns. Amari Cooper to have 2 of them. Give me that for 16 to 1. I'm calling it. Dak rolls.
Calling his shot.
Huge Dak game. I got 2 shares of Dak in the FFPC playoff challenge. I have a Dak
God,
double.
so gross.
I have a Dak double today with a bring back. I'm so invested in this Cowboys team to win in the first round so we can fade them next round, Sean. Come on, pay attention. This is how it works. No, I think, again, the chalk continues.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all over the Niners. I just don't think the Cowboys will be able to slow them down. First touchdown wise, I think George Kittle 10 to 1 is pretty fun. And I would even throw Juszczyk in there at 40 to 1. So those would be my 2. I mean, come on. Them getting Juszczyk at carry near the goal line is certainly a possibility, Ryan.
I don't hate it. I mean, it's just right. It's in your formula, and the tight end formula has been hitting. If you're asking me to make some first touchdown bets, it's hard to look anywhere but Elijah Mitchell for the Niners. I like your Kittle angle. His price does seem surprisingly depressed, but I'm going to sprinkle in Juwan Jennings. I know he's coming off a big game, but that big slot position, it seems like they like to use that in this offense. So the fact that he's 16 to 1. Where it seems like he does tend to be on the field in that section or that part of the field, I think it's good. And then, Cooper and Cedric Wilson, 12 and 14 to 1 for the Cowboys.
Yeah. What about?
You're not taking any Cowboys, Sean?
No,
Okay.
not going to take that. Player to score the first or anything. Time's ticking away here. So yeah, I just think it's 49ers control the ball. That's the story. I don't think that the Cowboys have the physicality. As new friend of the show, Chris Long, pointed out, they've had some issues tackling on the back end. And I think this is Shanahan's licking his chops. He's a road dog. This is where they thrive. I mean, what you have going for you is that I think it's WinBet's one of their biggest liabilities, 49ers money line. Nick Fortune checking in. He's got a parlay going. Deebo Samuel, Cedric Wilson, and Blake Jarwin. Anytime touchdown, 60 to 1. I wouldn't put Cowboys in there, but if I was, I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's hard to look. I mean, as I was watching Knox last night, it just kind of reminded me of Schultz a little bit, where it's like I don't know if they're going to just suddenly switch back over to Blake Jarwin. I know he's quote unquote healthy. But that would be the area there where I'd be a little, maybe you're getting a little too cute.
RT wants to know, who's the highest scoring quarterback today in DFS?
Dak.
Rare breed, untamed.
I'll give you a top list. And then here's the hot take. I think Mahomes finishes outside the top 4. I think you're gonna have. I think you have Brady in there. I think you have Dak in there. I think you have Hurts in there. And I think, shocker here, San Francisco gets down big. Jimmy G puts up a decent fantasy day. And Mahomes and the Chiefs run the fuck out of the ball. So,
really? Yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked if, to me, Jalen Hurts he's the only rushing quarterback really on the slate. They've basically tipped their hand saying they're going to be calling a bunch of design runs. I think especially at the price point, I think you're crazy not to play him in DFS. Kid's going to have a game.
So my argument against is I think the touchdown opportunity for Dak and Tom Brady is just greater. So I think they're going to score more touchdowns. I agree with you though. Like in a comeback, like if you could build a stack where you had, I don't know how you would do this, but like a Gronk, Evans, and someone else on the Bucs, and then bring it back with Hurts. Like to me, it's so hard to play anyone else on the Eagles that isn't Hurts because there's just so much opportunity, especially if they're going to be running him around the goal line.
Yeah.
You want to add anything on this Cowboy? So at what point in the game are you going to be like, God damn it, I bet on Kittle and Garoppolo? And is this just purely you don't want to mess with the Eagles playoff juju and pick the Cowboys? You don't want to have that clarity like I did, Sean, and win money?
Is this the first time you've been on the show? Like, what? We don't pick the Cowboys. What are you doing? You're trying to get me to explain why I'm picking against the Cowboys?
All right, let's
what
move
is
on.
this?
Pittsburgh, Kansas City.
We got to get our shit going mentally.
We have to adjust it for you. Have to get your shit going mentally.
Why? I like winning money, Sean. Who are you liking in the Pittsburgh Kansas City game for first touchdown?
I do think this is the favorite that cashes in. I don't know. I didn't have. I'll pull up the prices again. Nothing was really jumping out at me. First touchdown wise, do you have any? What are you doing?
Well, Let's do, while you're looking at first touchdown, I'll first give you my build your own bet. This one's a little more conservative, but it's just Darrell Williams to score 2 touchdowns. Chiefs win by 13.5, so 2 touchdown win. It's plus 700. I get it, right? Maybe I just bet Darrell Williams to score 2 touchdowns by himself, but that to me is a fun angle. I think no CEH. I think they do get up big, and I think they unless they're just completely enamored by the Bills and they feel like they have to flex, I think this is a game where they're just going to find themselves running the rock a lot, because I think the playoffs for the Chiefs start next week. I mean, for as much as I love Big Ben, really good-looking guy, haven't taken the beard down, kind of paying a little homage to Big Ben. God damn, does he look expired? And I think the playoffs are going to really highlight how expired he is. So as far as looking at the first touchdown market, it's almost hard to play 2 Steelers. I'm gonna give you a Pringle at 16-1. I do like him. I have him playing in some DFS. You know, we've talked about the heel injury, and it seems like Hardman is constantly disappointing. So I took a stab at Pringle at 16-1, and then for the other one, I'm just going back to chalk Darrell Williams at 7-1. It seems like, again, like just reading the tea leaves of what the beat reporters are saying too, like it just seems like they're going to really look to establish the run in this game. So I'll take the running back at that price. And then on the other side, I don't know why people are making a big deal about Juju as someone who's going to make the Steelers better. Interesting to see his price is 18-1. He is a friend of Big Ben, but for me, I'm taking Freiermuth 16-1. I might as well steal that one from you, tight end system there. And then I mean, I guess you just take a stab at another Steeler if you like the Steelers. For me, I'm just going to take the Chiefs defense at 25-1.
So yeah, I'm doing Freiermuth 16-1, and then give me a little sprinkle on second string tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Blake Bell, aka the Belldozer. I'm seeing it as high as 65-1. He's a guy that get involved in the goal line. You know how Andy Reid likes to get super cute along that goal line and in the red zone. Love him at 65-1. So that's a real
#Legends only
play.
And by the way, it's not Freiermuth, it's just Muth. I mean, we're friends of him, so it's Muth.
Matt Amston saying, "We liked Outer Stairway to 7, baby." That is that's a great Pittsburgh Steelers phrase. I hope the Steelers win. That would be a great upset. And Big Ben moving on and keeping his career alive would be amazing. I just don't see it. Colby is my dad, 420. Shout out to him.
Woo, ain't smoking my weed.
What's up, bro?
Asking if he did the DGen parlay already. For me, the DGen parlay is the build your own bet with Quez Watkins for his touchdown. Quez Watkins anytime touchdown and Eagles money line 150-1. Let that rip.
So big. Shower, not a grower. Give me Evans and Gronk to both score 2 touchdowns, and the Bucs to win by 2 touchdowns. 66-1.
Don't
D-Gens
listen to Ryan.
only. Let's go.
Don't listen to Ryan.
At least I didn't go Cowboys for my D-Gens only.
Oh, come on.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
All right. I think that'll do it for the show. We will be live after the late game Chiefs-Steelers, breaking down all the action. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. What are you doing? Giving out tons of locks, tons of awesome bets here on the pregame show for...
Thank you for participating
Sean.
in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Yes.
I gotta ask, because it people are always curious about what we're eating. What are you eating for the Eagles playoff game?
Yeah, I don't know. I
heard Mac
Jones up now.
Okay, because I heard Mac Jones likes boneless wings.
What a great Buffalo insult. All right, we got to figure out the food situation, get all the TVs set up for the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Best of luck today, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride. Go Birds!